All right, it's going to be a little bit more challenging today because there's a pretty solid wind. I want to say it's probably gusting to 15, but out here, this is, probably a 10-acre pond. You know, once you start talking about those 5+ acre ponds, they get pretty big waves on them with not much wind, so. I'm going to throw a chatterbait today, green pumpkin color. I saw this lure at Academy and I thought, man, if that's not perfect for this pond. Oh geez, look how shallow it got here. Well, it's not that it got shallow, it's that the vegetation is now growing up to the surface. This hydrilla. There's a fish. He came off. What? There's a dead bass right there. I want to say like, damn dude, like a 3-pounder. Wow, he got killed by some idiot. Look at that, he's stuck on a line. Ooh, that looks good over there. I see vegetation growing all the way up to the surface, which is what they seem to like right now. I just got one. Come on, stay on. Stay on. Oh, yes. He's a pond special. £2 pounds, 10 ounces. Actually, it's a male. It's a huge male. That is a giant male, so he might not be quite 2 pounds, 10 ounces, but he's a good fish. I think he's going to be just a little bit shy of 2 pounds, 10 ounces, which for a male bass is, I mean, that's solid. 2 pounds, 7 ounces, a little shy of 2.5. Good first fish though. The one we missed was bigger than this. Very solid fish. Average for this pond though. Actually, maybe even a little bit below average, which is crazy. That time it was for sure filming. All right, let's get this guy back in the water. Here he goes. Fought very hard. Right in here ought to be something. Here you got lily pads and hydrilla and cattails. Fish. I knew there ought to be something here. Look at that. Oh, stay on. Oh, don't you do that. Don't you freaking do that. Oh, come here, come here. Yes! Oh! And I just called it too. I said, there's got to be something here, because it's everything they like here. There's hydrilla, lily pads, cattails. I mean, what more could they possibly want? You know what I mean? Oh! Still think that first fish of the day was bigger than this, but nice fish, man. Very fat, short and fat. I like that. I have no idea what he's going to weigh because he's short and fat. He's built like a Colombian. Let's see. 2 pounds, 6 ounces. I think it's a male. So, because I mean, yes, it's fat, but it's like, it doesn't look like it's eggs fat, you know what I mean? He's fat from feeding. Like when it's eggs fat, they're thick right there. Like in a very small area, they're just really, really thick. All right, dude. Okay, we fished like a third of the pond and already had three bites, and we got 2 of them. The first one, I'm not even totally sure I hooked that fish, to be honest with you. that. Fish is freaking round. Didn't want to lay his tail down. Come on. Very tall fish. Not very long. All right, let's get him back in the water. There he goes. Very strong fish. Look at that, he just went straight down. I'm getting a little too close now. I want to be back where I was. Oh, no. He came back for it. No, he lost it again. Did you guys see that? Fish. Got him. That's a good one. That's not the same fish that we just lost. He's jumping. No, stay on. He's pulling the boat even though we're clamped onto the shore. Stay on, please. Oh my God. Good fish. That's the biggest one of the day now. Still don't know if he's as big as the one that we missed. We missed such a nice fish earlier. Second cast of the day. But yeah, that one might have still been bigger, but man, we hooked this guy perfectly. Roof of the mouth, back of the throat. No amount of head shaking was ever going to get this guy to come off. Big old mouth on this fish. That is not the same one we just lost, and that one's a female. At least I don't think it's the same one we lost. That one we lost felt pretty small. I think this guy's 2.5. 2 pounds 6 ounces. Wow. So it's actually not the biggest fish of the day. Isn't this crazy, like consistent, this pond? The fish in here are all like 2.5 to like, you know, right at 3.5 pounds. I know there's some giants in here. I've seen them. My dad and I the other day saw like a 7-pounder swimming by. It was, we say 7 pounds because it was like 24 inches long. You can't tell the weight of a fish looking at it in the water, but you can tell the length. And it was most definitely like 20 to 24 inches. So you do the math. I've caught a number of 24-inch bass in my life, and they're always about 7-8 pounds. Nice female fish, man. Every single fish today that we've landed has been a tripod-worthy fish, because they're all like, you know, seriously, they're all like 2.5 pounds out of here, which is great. It's a good fish anywhere, but it's an average fish here, which is cool. One of these days I'm going to get like an 8-pounder out of here. I know it because of how many 2.5s there are. I mean, if this is an average fish here, then an above average fish can probably be pretty damn big. There she goes. Nice. She soaked me good. Fish. No! Damn it. Fish again! That's the same fish. Twice on one cast. It's a little guy. I don't flip too many fish here. Jesus. Same fish. You know, we lost one there earlier that I thought was pretty small. I wonder if that's him. Pretty little guy. Nice. Dude, this is packed like I thought it would be. The water's not as clear as it once was just because the algae is starting to bloom. There's a fish. All right, come on, stay up. No, oh my God. I did everything right there. I did everything right. I gave that fish like a solid 3 seconds to swallow the bait. He still came off. Oh my God. Dude, what are these fish? Like, these are not your normal bass. I don't lose fish like this anywhere else but here. Fish. Oh, it's huge. Please, please. Please stay on. No! Nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. All right, so I've landed 3 fish today, or 4, and had about 20 bites. Could have had a 20 fish day. This day's a failure now unless I get like a 10-pounder, and it stays on somehow, which it won't. The way I'm going, it's not going to. Fish. Oh, it's a good one too. So he's gonna come off, obviously. There we go. I'm black-pilled. You wanna know what being black-pilled is? It's this right here. I was convinced he was coming off, because why wouldn't he? It's a nice fish. Dude, there's been like 5 freaking fish right here. All right, we got to get out of this. That might be our first 3-pounder. I don't know. It's our heaviest of the day, right? Our heaviest is 2 pounds 7 ounces so far. This one is so fat, I don't have a doubt in my mind it's heavier than that. Wow, it's the same. 2 pounds 7 ounces. Dude. I can't believe that. Like, it's like, I don't even know what to say. Like, they're all the exact same. Like, you'll catch a really long one, and he's fat and healthy, and he'll be 2 pounds 7 ounces. You'll catch a really skinny one, and he'll be short, and he'll be 2 pounds 7 ounces. Like, I wonder if my scale even works at this point. Starting to have my doubts. I did just change the battery in it, though. Well, he's got a nasty wound on his gill. Very short and fat fish. Fat all the way down to his tail, too. I don't know, man. I've had a 5-fish day, but I've lost like 7 or 8, so I don't know how to feel about it, really. I could have had a 20-fish day. I do know that none of it was my fault. I did everything right and still managed to lose those fish, so look at that. There he goes, big old football. I have not really been able to turn off the trolling motor today. There's a fish. I thought I was snagged. I thought I was snagged. Okay, I kind of am snagged. He's repped me on a ton of stuff here. Kind of a medium-sized one. You know, he's really not that bad. That's a male bass, though, if I ever saw one. Oh, he just threw the hook. Another 2-pounder. Now that last fish, I didn't even know I had one. He was just sort of on there. Dude, this pond is so unbelievably good right now. I've caught fish every time I've come to this pond, including in the middle of the winter in the hardest weather of the year. Second hardest in my opinion. I think the hardest time of the year is dead of summer, because, you know, the fish are skinny. and what have you, but second hardest time of the year, and it's a close second. It's like neck and neck. Is dead of winter, and I've caught fish every time I've come here. And if I'm not mistaken, I have caught no less than 2 fish every time I've come here. Fish! That's a good one. That's a good one. Stay on. Stay on. Oh my God, he's barely hooked. There we go. Yes! We've got 7 fish now. And we probably lost 7. So man, you're talking about an epic day. Look at that. He was barely hooked. Skin hooked, side of the mouth. That is a nice fish, dude. Okay, I don't want to sneak up on him here. I'm going to turn the trolling motor back on and get out of this. Because right in there is where the fish are. I want to stay as far offshore from all that as I can so I can cast into it. You know, I've noticed at this pond when the boat gets about 10 feet from a fish, they get spooked. That's a nice fish, man. We'll weigh him. I think unless we get a really, really big one, probably done with tripod shots for the day, just because we've already got like 3 tripod shots, you know, so probably 2. I'm gonna say it's 2 pounds 5 ounces. 2 pounds 4 ounces, 2 1/4. I think that's a female. All right, here she goes. Nice fight. All right, I need to get out of here. It's 5. My battery's low. Is that a fish? That's a fish. Stay on, please. Stay on, please, 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 please. Please, yes! Oh my God. And it's a good one too. You guys don't know what this means to me. Oh, he just, dude, the hook just fell out. Like, what is with their mouths? It's golden hour too. This is gonna look so good, I might just have to tripod him, even though he's not particularly big. All right, he just slung water everywhere. This is very nice. This makes up for a lot. Golden hour, that is a beautiful fish. Look at that. He's almost got the colors of a smallmouth. Very bronze fish. And that's not just because it's golden hour right now either. Like this fish is actually bronze, very bronze. Because most of these bass in here are very dark green with very noticeable black lateral line because of how clear the water is. This feels good. Snaps an 0 for 2. Feels good, man. Let's weigh him. I think it's hard to say if this one's a male or female. I think it's just a fat male. It's 2 something, we know that. 2 pounds 3 ounces. All right, yeah, he's feisty. He's ready to go. And I need to get going. Dude, I could easily stay out here another hour, but here he goes. Look at that, there's a pond snail right here. Little pond snail. I'm guessing they eat a fair amount of those. So I won't be coming back here for at least a few days. That'll let the fishing pressure die down a little bit. Some of those fish that I've caught today will be willing to bite again maybe in 2 or 3 days. And then obviously the ones that I didn't catch today will bite next time I'm here. That's how it goes. Generally there's like a 2-day rule. Fish that you hook today are not going to bite again for 2 days. I don't know how much truth there is to it, but that's what people say. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one. I'm not going to say we have to get this right the first try, but our trolling motor battery is low. You know, so it's on fumes. And that's because I wasn't able to shut it off today. Here we go. We're gonna get it first try. I normally do. It's just the other day I didn't with my dad because he was in front of me. I couldn't really see where we were going. I told you we were gonna do it first try.